Hey guys, so I am actually recording in a new location. This is actually my office. This is kind of my background picture for my office. I've had it since high school. A friend actually drew it and I begged her for it because I love Alice in Wonderland. But today I am showing off another one of my fun decks. And this fun deck I like to call Dark Fairy. So, let's get into it. Remember, these are fun decks, not competitive. If you want competitive decks, go to the Pokemon Evolutionaries. I really like their decks that they build for competitive. I build decks more for fun because I enjoy playing the game. So the first card I have are 3 Steam Siege Gardevoirs. The reason why I like the Steam Siege is because you have the one colorless energy. And I also like the attacks. Now, I really wish I had a regular art or another full art Mega Gardevoir from Steam Siege, but I don't. So instead, I choose to run the one from Generations, even though it's 1 fairy and 2 double colorless, and it only does 30 times the amount it does 30 more for every fairy energy you have. It's still a good card, but I prefer the one from Steam Siege, but I don't want to put my full art in there, just because I only have one of it. The other fairy I run in this deck is Sylveon. I'm actually thinking about maybe changing it out to a Xerneas, but because the Xerneas I have is from base set XY, I don't think I am, just to keep it in standard, because I actually switched out a card recently. Now, let's get into my Dark EXs. I run 3 Umbreons. Now, why do I run 3 Umbreons? Is because I like the ability, the attack endgame. And it's very quick to power this one up. I use this deck on TCGO as well, and I really do like how it plays. And I love Umbreon. I have to say, I love Umbreon's ability. I love the full art. I may end up sending my second full art to Mystic, because I know he likes Umbreon. I'll ask him about it today, maybe. So, then the next and my final EX card actually is going to be Darkrai. I like Darkrai because you have that ability where you're able to do more damage if the Pokemon is asleep. It was really great with Malamar, but since Malamar is now out of format, it's going to be a little bit harder to use that ability of Dark Hand. Now, to get into my regular cards, I run 4 Inkay from 2 different sets. The reason why I run the one from Roaring Skies and Primal Clash is just because I want as many as possible, and they have different attacks. I really like the ability Rip Off from the Roaring Skies one, and Ink Spit actually is a lot of fun, even though it is a coin flip, and I do hate coin flip cards, but still, I have 4 Inkays here. Now, the reason why I have 4 Inkays is because of this card, the Malamar from, I'm going to forget the set. I just said it, but I forgot it. So, I really, really like Tentacle Trash because it allows me to get cards back, and this is a really good setup card. Normally, this is the first card. If I have an Inkay and I have this in my hand, I will play Inkay first, and then evolve it into Malamar, and then use Tentacle Trash, because any card I discard, I can get back. So if I have to retreat a Pokemon and I have Malamar in the field, I can get that energy back, which is amazing for any deck. Then, I do run 1 singular Spirit Link. The reason why I don't really like Spirit Links, I don't mind waiting the turn, but I feel like they're kind of a placeholder and they take a lot of space. The next few cards I run deal either with energy or they deal with messing with people's hands. So I run 1 Energy Pouch, 1 Energy Recycler, and 1 Captivating Pokepop. I like Captivating Pokepop because if I come up against somebody who has a Shaman in their hand, I can play the Shaman and they don't get the ability, or even a Hoopa. Now, Energy Pouch allows me to get the energy back from a Pokemon who's knocked out, and once again, if a Pokemon's knocked out that I want, I can use Malamar's Tentacle Trash to get it back. Then Energy Recycler allows me to shuffle 5 energies back in my deck, just in case I don't have a Malamar set up. Which, that card's a very easy card to set up. I really do like that Malamar. Kind of wish the EX had the same ability, but it doesn't. Now, I also run one Switch, one Crushing Hammer, and one Professor's Letter. The reason why I run one of each of these is just simply because I have enough energies in this deck where I don't always feel like I need two Professor's Letter. Crushing Hammer, yeah, I know it's a coin flip, but still, it's a way for me to get rid of a opponent's energy, even though it'd probably be better to run a Team Flare Grunt, but I actually prefer Crushing Hammer sometimes. And just in case I don't want to retreat, I just want to switch out a Pokemon I've set up on my bench, I run a Switch. Now for healing cards, I have one Max Revival, one Fresh Water, and two Fairy Drops. Just because a lot of times, even though I have dark cards, I will attach a Fairy Energy to it, and it also helps with the healing because it heals 50 damage from any Pokemon that has a Fairy Energy attached to it. And since this deck is mostly Fairy, it does actually help. Now, I also run one Town Map, one Lucky Helmet, and one Ultra Ball. Town Map, I just want to see what I have in my prize cards. That's the only reason why I ever run that card. Now, I also run a Hard Charm, Assault Vest, and a Healing Scarf. Healing Scarf is really good for Pokemon. When you attach energy to them, it heals them. Assault Vest gives them more energy so they can live a little bit longer. So yeah, those are all my item cards. Now let's get into my supporters. I run two Tierno, two Pokemon Fan Club, and one Giovanni's Scheme. The reason why I run two Tierno and two Pokemon Fan Club is just because I want to get the Pokemon out that I need out as fast as possible. Giovanni's Scheme gives you that extra 20 damage just in case you're on the cusp of knocking somebody out, but you need that little bit more. My final supporters are one Pokemon Center Lady, one Teammates, just in case I get knocked out, that's a great card, and one Steven, so I can go looking for an energy, and I can also go looking for a supporter card I want. Now, my final cards that deal with non-energies are these two, the Stadiums. I run a Reverse Valley for my Dark types and one Fairy Garden for my Fairy types, which allows me to retreat without any retreat cost for Fairy Garden, and this actually increases the damage I do with my Dark types, which is absolutely wonderful. Now for energies, I run two double colorless energies because several of my Pokemon actually take double colorless energies to do attacks. Oh, I just found. I run two Pokemon Center Ladies. I knew I had another one in there. Oh well, oops. It got caught up in my energy that I didn't realize it. Sorry. So, for energies, I run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dark energies. The reason why I only run 7, again, is for the Malamar. And for Fairy energy, I run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I actually have a lot of success with this deck, and I really do like this deck. Again, it's a fun deck. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye!